This is the Valley on ESPN, a renewal of an old rivalry here today in Evansville as the Purple Aces play host to the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky. Hello, everybody. Welcome courtside along with Walt Ferber. I'm Kyle Peach. Partner, good to see these two playing again.
It's about time. They used to play all the time, haven't played in a long time, and they ought to play this game each and every year. Both teams playing well, so this is a good time to do it.
These two rosters feature a very talented international flair. First for Western Kentucky, let's talk about Babacar Faye.
Well, he is something else. Western does have a balanced scoring, 4 double-figure scores, but he leads the way in scoring at 15 and also rebounds at 7.5. He's going to be a key for the Hilltoppers today.
Meanwhile, for the Aces, coming off another great performance, the Italian, Gabriel Pizzato.
Out of the NBA Academy, the Italian has been sizzling this year for the Purple Aces. 15 points per game, great shooting, and versus Murray State almost stole it, literally had 6 steals in the ball game.
Starting lineups being introduced to the home crowd at the Ford Center here in Evansville gives us a chance to take a look at the keys to the game. First, for Evansville, talk to their staff before this one. They're very concerned about the quick pace of this Western Kentucky team. They want to be good in transition.
I tell you what, Evansville's not exactly top liver in that department either. They're pretty good. And I tell you what, there's a second one down there that says stay hot at home. They've defended the court at the Ford Center very, very well so far this year.
Shoot a lot better here as well than they do when playing on their own. Meanwhile, for the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky, they have played with a lightning-quick pace among one of the best in the NCAA in terms of possessions a game. In fact, not only one of the best, they are the best at getting possessions. They also want to maximize their depth, one of the best benches in the country.
If you're going to do that over a 40-minute period, you got to have depth. They got the depth, and that means they're going to be a very formidable ball club for the Aces and anybody who stands in their way. They even played 8th-ranked Kentucky pretty well before they succumbed to them, so this Hilltopper team can play against anybody.
Western Kentucky averaging just under 33 points off their bench per game. It's tops in Conference USA, 34th in all of the country. That's the groundwork for this one. Western Kentucky in Evansville. The Hilltopper crowd has traveled well, the 105 miles north to Evansville.
We talked about this in pregame. This game should be played every year. It's close, and they're both basketball hotbeds.
Not even 2 hours separates these two schools playing in this non-conference affair. Evansville with the basketball first. Take a look at the starters for the Purple Aces and Coach David Ragland. The usual suspects, including Cuff and Hafner, Pizzato, Hughes, and Comer, who has it out top, needs help with 9 to shoot. Hughes comes out to relieve him with 5. Lost the handle on it. He'll have to fire. That's an air ball, and they will say that it's out of bounds. No shot clock violation. Last touch by the Aces.
Western Kentucky may like to go quickly, but right there you can see when they have to, they can play great half-court defense.
We'll see the pace of play for the Hilltoppers here on their opening possession as you take a look at their starting 5, including Bayless, McHenry, the hometown kid, Christian Lander, Faye, and Marshall.
Good to see Christian Lander back in his hometown, a big star at Wrights High School.
For Lander, he was applauded pretty unanimously by this entire crowd when he was announced in the starting lineup in his homecoming here to the Ford Center in Evansville.
He's played on this court many, many times.
Cuff looking things over. Kicks to Comer, firing for 3. That one will not find the mark. Toppers with the basketball.
Good shot at half-court offense. Those will start to fall.
That one from distance will find the bottom of the net. That's 5 for 3.
He's the leading scorer for the Hilltoppers. And he does well inside, does well outside, and off to a good start.
Hilltoppers with the early lead. Evansville looking for their first points. Hughes finds Pizzato on a curl, and his pass is thrown away. That's a turnover. Maybe looking to find Hughes cutting toward the basket. They just couldn't connect.
Now, Hughes has played well as of late. The game we saw against Green Bay, he was on fire. But you don't want to let the Hilltoppers get out too much too early.
This another long-range shot. It's three. That's McHenry, the senior from Milwaukee. The Toppers with a 6-0 lead.
You don't get a hand in their face out there. They're going to knock down a whole boatload of three-point shots today.
Western Kentucky +6. Evansville looking for their first points. Cuff backing his way down toward the paint. Kicks out top Comer. He'll look to drive to create and then dish. Hughes inside. He'll go up and over the defense and miss it. Comer got a hand on the rebound, but it belongs to the Hilltoppers. Another three. That went offline in the corner from McHenry.
Well, McHenry finally missed one. Ace is not far off. They've had about 3 shots that have gone all the way in and came out, but they need to get on the board.
The Hilltoppers 2 of 4 from the floor. The Aces 0 for 3, and that'll be a reach-in foul as Hafner started to drive for the Aces. That will go against Phi, and that's the game's first foul. It'll be Evansville basketball along the baseline here.
Now, Phi would be the one Hilltopper that could not afford to be in foul trouble. Picks up his first. You said picked up his first.
Here's Comer on a curl, could not get up the shot. Phi, a big body to deal with defensively at 6'8", but that's Comer from long range, and the threes are raining in here in the Ford Center.
Created his own shot there, made some space, drained the three. A nice shot.
Lander tries one from long range. It's no good, and it'll be out of bounds to Evansville.
Nice shielding of the rebound there. As that was Cuff that made sure the Aces had the ball.
So it's Plona for the Hilltoppers. In the ears of the officials, wanted a foul call there, did not get it. Here's Comer as he will pass to the corner. Cuff on the drive, goes for the slam. There was no foul there either. Lander ends up with the ball quickly in transition, what we talked about, and Comer will swat it out of bounds.
Boy, I had like deja vu all over again there as I watched Christian Lander run the floor. Looked like it did in his high school days at Righteous. We're going to take a look at this one more time. He can just flat out get down and get at it, and that made him one of the top recruits in the country at the time.
Evansville had knocked the ball away during that replay session from Western Kentucky and may have established possession of the ball. They are checking the shot clock. They will leave it at 22 as Western Kentucky recovers after Evansville had knocked it away. So no clear possession established by the Aces. So Western Kentucky keeps the basketball. 22 on the shot clock, it remains. Bayless in the corner working on Cuff. Into the paint. Nice pass and finish for Phi.
Good, better, best. What a pass by McHenry. He would have had a decent shot from the elbow, but his stuff's just about as good as you can get.
Sold the shot fake and then distributes to Phi for the slam. It's 8-3 Hilltoppers. Evansville with the basketball. Pizzato starts to spin, draw triple team coverage there, and then Hughes can't connect from long range.
One thing Western Kentucky does well, they put pressure on the ball.
Catch and shoot three from Bayless. Maybe not the best of looks, does not find the net. Evansville with it. Hafner into the paint to the foul line. Turns, shoots, hits. Tough shot.
Been trying to figure out how he does that. It's like he hangs in the air forever. Releases it from the free throw line for one that the Aces really needed.
Been a breakout year for Cam Hafner from Westfield, Indiana, averaging over 15 points a contest. Earned 2 the hard way last trip for the Aces. The lob for Hughes, cannot catch it. It is out of bounds. A good steal attempt from Bayless, but he was out of bounds. It'll be Evansville basketball when we come back. 8-5 Western Kentucky with the early lead. Back in Evansville, early action inside the Ford Center. This is the 61st all-time meeting between Western Kentucky and Evansville. The Hilltoppers, almost a 2-1 lead in the series, but it's been a while. December 8th of 2009, the last time these two met.
Yeah, the last time these two teams met, a lot of the guys on the floor were not very old. So it's been a while.
30 to 39, Evansville won the first meeting all the way back in 1927. They have played each other off and on for a long, long time, and good to see them squaring off here today.
Each university a hotbed of history. A-Rad McCutcheon at the University of Evansville and Mr. Diddle down there, who they named the arena at in Bowling Green. And you can see those crazy towels down in Bowling Green now. A lot of great history in these two programs.
A lot of history for sure. Maybe more to be written here today. Western Kentucky leads by 3. Evansville has possession. 15 on the shot clock out of the timeout. Inside, Hafner layup is good. Good pass from Turnbull out top.
That's the one thing the Aces do so very well, cutting to the basket. Hafner getting an easy left-handed layup.
Hilltoppers looking inside. Pizzato step for step. There with Julius Thedford, the freshman out of Memphis, but Thedford won the battle that time and got 2.
Just had a half a step, that's all you need.
Back to work goes Evansville on offense. Cuff. And there's going to be a foul called. Holding inside was Enoch Kalambe. The Canadian Kalambe picks up his first foul. Evansville has it on the baseline. Turnbull hands to Comer. Hafner from distance. Missed that one off the rim. Pizzato flew high, but the Hilltoppers control it.
Difference is Aces have not had one without having a Hilltopper hand in their face.
Pull-up jumper, quick possession. Thedford 2 more.
I'm going to have to make my comments quick as fast as this Hilltopper offense is.
We've told you they are quick. Here is Cuff, lost the ball on the way inside. Transition opportunity ahead. The lay-in is good. McHenry, the senior, scores. The Hilltoppers have doubled up the Aces.
They got some spurt ability. You don't watch, they can get on top of you fast. All of a sudden, a 5-point Hilltopper lead.
12 shot attempts for the Hilltoppers, 9 for the Aces. Here comes number 10. Pizzato for 3 from the top, misses.
They just make you about a half a step quicker than you want to.
I'm telling you, that was a rough collision, no ill intent, as Cuff got there at the same time as the ball with the Hilltopper offensive player who is down and has not gotten up. That was a rough, hard collision, and the training staff of the Hilltoppers is on the court.
Just tells a little bit about the intensity of this contest. It may not be a conference contest, but there's a lot of, we're going to take a look at this one more time as you look down, and that is a collision there without any shadow of a doubt.
Kalambe, and the officials are over to the monitor to take a look. Kalambe is the player shaken up on the play, so they are checking the monitor after the collision. I couldn't tell if the ball got more of Kalambe on the play or if it was Cuff.
It looked to me to be an intentional elbow. And
really?
From what I saw, and we get spoiled by the great camera work that we have, and they're going to take a look at that. We'll take a look at this one more time as we slow it down.
I was okay with my out of bounds call. I just want
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, so they confirmed there that it was the ball that hit him in the face. Confirmed the out-of-bounds call as correct, so it will be Evansville basketball. So both schools now with training staff out to Columbia. And, you think if that's the basketball, which the officials determined on replay it was, it can hit hard, and it did there. And they check him out, continue here on the sideline.
I can think back in the prehistoric peach basket days that getting hit in that, especially if you get hit in the nose area, it can really, really hurt. And, you can be watering and you can go down. So we obviously hope that it's something not serious. I always think whenever there's a game played here at Evansville, I feel pretty secure about any of the athletes around. Evansville has one of the top training programs in the country for athletic trainers and always outstanding staff. And as you see looking up there, Western Kentucky brought a lot of people to the contest, and you see Columbia is getting up on his, with a little bit of an assist in coming off, and he is going to get a good round of applause from everybody here. And this is one of those ones. This may be an old rivalry, but there's a heck of a lot of respect between these two schools, the way it ought to be. Hopefully he'll be able to get back into the game.
Columbia, the senior out of Quebec, Canada, averages 6.7 points per game. The training staff will continue to look at him behind the bench here. We hope he's all right. Evansville with the basketball, trailing by 7. Cuff around a screen. Defender able to slip by. And now it's Comer. He'll fire from there and hit. Tayshawn Comer's second three of the game.
That's the first time Evansville's got to run their half-court offense the way they wanted to and got an unobstructed shot. Comer does what he does most of the time with that. He hit it.
Comer pulls the Aces to within 4. Left side now, this is Jackson who will distribute. Extra pass in the corner. Thetford can't buy it that time. Pizzato and the Aces in transitioner. Comer, hot hand, 3. This one no good. Rebound. It will belong to the Aces.
And a really good job there by Turnbull of Evansville, actually knocking that off of a Hilltopper going out of bounds so the Aces can maintain possession.
Comer triggering. Pizzato. Now Turnbull. Looking inside now are the Aces to Cuff, and he was stripped of the ball, but a whistle and a foul.
Bayless getting around a little bit too much with the arm bar that time.
That will be the second foul on the Hilltoppers. First on Bayless. Comer to Turnbull for 3. In and out. No good.
They're getting good looks. They're going inside out. Those are going to start to fall.
The Aces now 1 of 7 from beyond the arc line. Whistle and a foul. It comes before the shot. So it will be Hilltopper basketball when we come back. Western Kentucky leads it by 4 on the road here in Evansville. It is the Valley on ESPN. Here at the Ford Center, we take a look at the resumes of the head coaches here today. Hank Plona, in his first season as the head coach, spent a lot of time at the junior college level at Indian Hills in Iowa. Took that team to the NJCAA tournament 7 times.
Well, yes, he did. A great pedigree. Indian Hills Community College, South Plains College, Arkansas, Fort Smith. He's been good wherever he's gone. Was an assistant last year with the Hilltoppers and doing great in his first year.
Meanwhile, for the Purple Aces, head coach David Ragland rebuilding this program, his third season at the helm, taking the Aces back to the postseason for the first time since 2014 in that short stint.
Brick by brick, that's exactly the way he said he was going to do it. Had success at the junior college level at Vincennes University and has been a great assistant for a long time. Right up the road at Indiana State did an outstanding job.
I think there have been some, as their ball comes in, bounce, quick shot there from Bayless, no good, and a foul. There have been some good matchups in the junior college world between Vincennes and Indian Hills through the years. As you take a look at the rebound opportunity and then the foul that comes on Comer.
Well, yeah, and you know extremely well how good the junior college ranks can be. This is kind of like, in this area, the bastion of junior colleges.
Effort at the line off the bench, gets another point. There's with the made free throw.
Another college not far away from here that's up at the top every year. I think it's called Wabash Valley.
Yeah, they're in the mix too, certainly. Indian Hills and Vincennes, though, they are some of the cream of the crop in the junior college world, playing in the national tournament in the junior college scene. Pretty much one of them's there more times than they're not.
Now, Tedford, a 58.6% free throw shooter, didn't get it, but the Hilltoppers got it.
And the free three-point shot there, no good from the Hilltoppers. Missed by Marshall. Western Kentucky, 2 of 7 from three-point range, and now another takeaway. On the drive to the basket, coming up short, well defended by the Aces, and it will belong to Evansville, out of bounds. Good defensive possession to get back and defend. That time for the Aces, and getting back into position was Kaya Barrage, who kind of made that would-be easy shot go away.
He knew his math, got the angle on, and got it stopped, and that would have been an easy bucket otherwise.
Posado looked to slash inside. Now from the top turnbull. Big guy can shoot.
Shot fake is your friend was used before that, and that's what you do against quick teams.
Lander had it taken away, and it turns into a Hafner lay-in the other way. Timeout, Hilltoppers.
Wow, what a play there. And just hanging in the air for that bucket is Hafner. And a big comeback by the University of Evansville.
Purple Aces have not allowed a field goal by the Hilltoppers in the last 2 minutes and 46 seconds. They're back to within 1 here in this one.
Each team has shot 40% from the field also, and both teams 6 of 15 from the field. So Evansville holding tight. I think that transition was worrisome to Evansville, but the Aces have figured out how to do it. And we're going to see the sequence right here from our crack camera person. See Burgess. Great, and there's Hafner in the air with the hang. And it looks like he was up in the air forever, but waited to have the open look. And you give Hafner an open look, he's going to knock it down pretty well every time.
Hilltoppers led by as many as 7. Evansville has answered a 5-0 run to make it a 1-point game.
Well,
actually, Evansville in front now, 16-15, beg your pardon.
Hafner and Comer leading the way for Evansville. Both has 6. Pye and McHenry with 5 points each for Western Kentucky University. It makes me feel like an old fart because I did the games back before they got into this Ford Center when Hafner's dad tore it up for Jim Cruz's University of Evansville team. And he is certainly a chip off the old block. His father putting 65 on the board for Evansville. Largest scoring ever by an ace.
So the Hilltoppers coach has come to the scorers table. I'm not sure what this is all about, but there is confusion that has drawing the ire of the Hilltopper coach. He was told something by the officials and said, whoa, 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 we need to take a look at something. So I'm not sure what they're looking at here, but they are taking a look at, I'm assuming, either the possession or the shot clock, and now they've sent both teams back to their respective benches. And now they're coming over to the Evansville scoring staff on our side of the floor.
Had the red hat guy, Zane Clodfelter, on the other side into it immediately. And these officials have done, I think, a very good job at communications as far as the game here this afternoon. Antonio Petty, Chris Fuller, and Joe Wilbert III are the three officials that we have in the contest today.
So the score was wrong.
Well, that'll do it.
Well, when I looked and saw the scoreboard say Evansville 17, Western Kentucky 15, I was surprised. It is 15 all, as the score kind of got a little wonky there, and that's why there was the discussion. And
that's kind of important.
The score needs to be right. So it's 15 all. We're tied. Hilltoppers looking to reclaim the lead. That won't go. Offensive rebound and a foul on Cuff as he was fighting with Phi for the basketball.
You can see Phi on that rebound. Why he is leading the team in rebounds at 7.5 per game. Hughes doesn't have too many people take those rebounds away from him like they're in perfect position and great athleticism.
Cuff gets the foul. That's his first. By the way, 3 offensive rebounds already for the Hilltoppers in this game. And now Turnbull gets airborne as Phi is fouled, and he will go to the free throw line. He's an 81% free throw shooter coming in.
Well,
take a look at this one again.
One more time. As he looks, he gets, as you said, right there on the nose, got Turnbull up in the air. And once you get the defender up in the air, it's pretty much game, set, and match with even a pretty good possibility of an old-fashioned three-point play, but Phi's going to have to earn him.
As we said, a pretty good free throw shooter hits the first here. And the Hilltoppers in front.
I don't think there's anything he doesn't do well.
He has put on a show so far today. He's got 6 points. That paces the Hilltoppers, looking for one more here. And gets it. Western Kentucky back up by 2. They've led by as many as 7. Barrage brings it across the timeline now for the Purple Aces.
Western Kentucky's got like 4 or 5 different kinds of pressure, too. They don't use the same every time.
Might be more impressed with their defense.
Yes.
Than the high-octane speed of the offense here early. Barrage on the drive, can't get the finish at the basket. Phi secures the rebound.
And their help side is outstanding. One gets by him. There's a defender to meet him there immediately.
And catching the pass, wanting to shoot the 3 was McHenry, but when he caught it, he was out of bounds. And Evansville has the basketball.
Hilltoppers have missed their last 4 shots. No field goals in the last 3 minutes, 46 seconds.
The drought continues for Western Kentucky. Here is Pizzato. Step back 3. Got it.
Well, he does that so well. Stepped up, created his own space, the fadeaway tray that does put Evansville on top this time.
Pizzato's first points of the game come with 9 minutes and change to go in the first half. Hilltoppers have done a pretty good job defensively against him, and now Bayless gets a step on his defender and lays it in to put the Hilltoppers back in front.
Not fair what Bayless did down the lane that time. About 2 or 3 incredible little mini moves.
Evansville, Hafner, set shot, 3, off target. And inside position for the rebound for the Hilltoppers from Marshall. Underneath, they'll work quickly, getting it back into Phi's hands. Lander now starts to drive and nearly had it picked. Now Bayless back to Lander for 3, no good this time.
Talked about the Western Kentucky defense. Evansville's half-court defense has been pretty doggone good also.
Offense has been tough to come by at times. Here is Barrage starting to drive baseline. Good defense, not allowing him down there by Bayless. Shot clock is at 10. Barrage maintains the dribble and maybe tried to do too much that time. Turned it over. Hughes, though, will steal it right back for the Aces.
Great anticipation by Hughes.
When you're in transition, stay in the passing lanes. That's what he did. Oh, what a spin and finish. Highlight reel play from Hafner. Evansville in front.
Hafner on fire. 4 of 6 from the field.
Lander for 3, no good. And the Aces have it. Pizzato flies, lays it up, missed it, tip, follow is good.
That's a nice little run by the Aces.
Evansville has the lead by 3. Trailed by 7 in this half. Bayless traveled. A turnover, and the Aces get it back. And for the first time, we stop in action. The Purple Aces have a lead of 22-19. Cam, Hafner, highlight reel, spin and finish.
I just got a wow on that.
What a play, and the Aces, just like that, have the lead. Fans, it is V Week at ESPN when we partner with the V Foundation to highlight the urgent need for cancer research. This is game-changing research that helps save lives. You can join the fight against cancer by visiting v.org/donate. 100% of your donation goes directly to cancer research. No doubt everyone has been affected some form, some way by cancer. I just lost a friend yesterday who was in his 30s to cancer, and not fun. So help. Donate, do it early, do it often, and let's find a way to find a cure for this terrible disease.
We're going to beat that, yes.
We are. Back to basketball. Evansville leading Western Kentucky by 3. A big run. Pizzato trying to add to it. Will not. From the top, Western Kentucky owns the glass that time.
See if Evansville can keep that great defense going. Have held Western to 1 of their last 7 shots.
They will call the blocking foul there against Hughes on the take-in side by McHenry. First foul on Hughes. That's the 5th team foul on the Aces. That's 5 straight fouls against Evansville after Western Kentucky had the first 2 of the game called on them. Long in-court pass all the way into the backcourt.
Western Kentucky scoring drought now up to 2 minutes and 23 seconds.
A little leaner, into contact, and now another Evansville foul. That's on Hafner. That's his first.
I got to see this again. A nice drive and doing what you're supposed to. And Tedford getting the space, so the only thing that the Ace could do was get a part of the body there.
Tedford, a 59% free throw shooter coming in, will hit the first. The Hilltoppers are now 4 of 5 at the free throw line today. Evansville has not attempted a free throw.
They've done a little better behind the arc, though.
They have indeed. 4 of 12 are the Aces. The Hilltoppers 2 of 9. Both free throws good. Cuts the Aces lead to 1.
We got ourselves a good one here.
It has been entertaining thus far. Evansville and Western Kentucky, and now a foul the other way. That one will go against Jackson, the grad student out of San Antonio, Texas. Will pick up the foul. That's the 3rd on the Toppers here in this half.
And Jackson's first personal foul.
Design play on the inlet. Pizzato looking inside for Hughes. He's got it. Turns, shoots, and missed the finish.
Well, Hughes has some of the best footwork I've seen, period, but couldn't get that one to go.
Hilltoppers reset the offense, getting into the half-court look. McHenry captains the ship out top. Thafford on the left side will find the shot from range and deliver. Hilltoppers reclaim the lead.
May not hit his free throws real well, but man, from downtown, he's pretty tough to deal with.
Ends an almost 3-minute drought from the field. Turnbull set the screen, gets it back, and cannot buy that one from long range. Hughes is fouled as he was headed to save it into the bench. They'll say he was pushed from behind.
Kind of bailed him out there. The Aces would have lost possession of that. But Hughes, you're not going to out-hustle him.
So it'll be Evansville ball on the sideline in front of the Hilltopper bench. And now the Aces with a second look at the basket. That last foul, by the way, was on Jackson, his second, as Comer misses everything on that shot from the corner. Hilltoppers with the ball up by 2. They've led by as many as 7, relinquished the lead, and now are trying to build it back. But that shot won't go from Thafford.
Pizzano had really good defense.
Comer into the paint, kicks to Turnbull. Forces it inside for Hughes, and they're going to call the foul on the floor first.
They're going to see this one more time. Good to see Colombe back in the ball game after the injury, but that tells you how strong Hughes is. You're told to fight off the contact, and man, he did.
Evansville, another look at the basket. Again, they're going to try to go through Hughes down inside. Triple team, kicks to Turnbull, hesitates, maybe got away with a step. Hughes fouled on the way up again.
We've seen this Evansville squad. You talked about them going through Hughes. He's kind of a point forward. They go through him, and you can get good inside-out looks and threes that way, and that's what Evansville's offense has been at its best when it's gone through this fella right here on the line.
9 points per game. And gets the bounce on the first free throw where he shoots at about 81%.
I was going to say, he does pretty good when he gets there. It's up in this ball game from 81.8 when he started.
Hughes maybe known more for his block shot ability than anything. 11 blocks on the season for the Purple Aces, and that is amongst the best in the Valley.
I can't find any weak spots in his game. He plays well all around. Great footwork, deceptively quick, and very strong.
4 blocks for Hughes in the last game against Murray State. He's second in the Valley in block shots. That shot will not drop. A miss by McHenry. All tied at 24 as the Aces have the basketball.
Everything we imagined this thing would be today.
Cuff on the curl. Hafner 3, short. Hughes tracks down the long rebound. Aces reload. Pizzano has been held in check for the most part today, trying to create a little bit further back from the basket. Cannot buy it. He's got 5 points. A take inside, and what a battle. That time won by Colombe. Back in the game, works it right down against Hughes and scores.
Hilltoppers back out on top. Very impressed with the Hilltoppers defense. It is hard to get a good look at the basket against them.
Turnbull's pass goes too high for Hughes, but he's able to save it. And now the Aces trying to create a look. Inside, Turnbull caught the pass from Cuff and scores.
But Evansville cuts to the basket so well. Turnbull cutting back and getting the easy one off that.
Cuff, who leads the Valley in the assist to turnover ratio, picks up another assist right there.
One of the best in the country.
Hilltoppers looking to answer. We're tied at 26. That ball lost in the paint by Colombe, taken away by the Aces. Now on the drive, Hughes, or rather Hafner, had it blocked out of bounds. Timeout on the court. 3:05 remaining in an action-packed first half. We're all tied at 26. Back here at the Ford Center in Evansville. Coming up in our halftime report, we'll have our player of the half. We'll take you on a trip around the action in the Valley and have the stats, the highlights in our halftime recap, all coming up in the halftime report. 3:05 remaining here in what has been a very entertaining first half.
One of the things we talked about was how good the Western Kentucky transition was. And I tell you, the defense by Evansville has been outstanding. Points off turnovers a big stat right now, where Evansville has doubled up the Hilltoppers on points. Points off turnovers, Evansville has scored 10. Western Kentucky has scored 5. So they have counteracted that, and as we said, the transition and transition defense by Evansville is pretty good also.
Evansville actually has gotten more shots up in this first half than Western Kentucky, a team that has generated more possessions than most in the country coming in the Hilltoppers. All tied at 26, under 3 minutes now to play in the first. Here's Turnbull looking for a little give and go to Pizzato. That pass was swatted back. Turnbull takes it off into the paint, missed it, gets his own ball, but is standing on the baseline out of bounds. It'll belong to Western Kentucky.
It's a little thing, but one thing Western Kentucky does anytime they're in half-court defense, they get their arms up. That's one of the first things you're taught in grade schools. Get your arms up. That got a pass deflection and ends up getting the Hilltoppers the basketball.
Inside look coming here, getting a step on Turnbull, but he's still able to block the shot. Now backside, that's 2 in one possession for Turnbull.
Wow. That's some half-court defense.
Turnbull comes off the bench, but still amongst the tops in the Valley in block shots as well.
And he does it the right way. He doesn't swat it into the second row. He makes it so you can get a possession off of it. Call
5
that the
to
Bill
shoot.
Russell
Cuff
style.
will shoot, hits the rim, and look what I found. He gets it back. Hafner way downtown for 3. Wow.
But when Hafner gets his feet set, that's a good shot for him, even though that would be a Harlem Globetrotter 4 where he was at.
What a sequence there for the Aces. Almost ran out of time on the shot clock. Got it back and buries a deep 3. And this time, the Hilltoppers are out of bounds again on the sideline. Another turnover, and Evansville gets the ball right back.
Scoring drought for Western Kentucky. They're in another one. They've gone 2 minutes and 19 seconds without scoring. Heck, Evansville's only 2 of their last 11. And I think that, Kyle, is because of really good defense both ways.
We've seen it both ways. One of the concerns from Evansville coming into this game was the Western Kentucky ability to go on runs as Pizzato goes down the lane and throws it home.
That could be on SportsCenter later.
Evansville by 5 as we approach a minute to go. This is the largest Aces lead of the day. Looking to answer, and doing so is Marshall. Clutch 3 from the right side.
These guys can hit from anywhere.
It's a 2-point game. Less than a minute to go.
Marshall averaging almost 9 per contest.
Pizzato has it out top. Elevates, passes, Turnbull fouled on the way in. And that should mean free throws, as it'll be the 7th team foul on Western Kentucky.
You know, for all the contact, though, we have not had that many free throws shot of the first half, as Western Kentucky 5 of 6. Aces have only shot the free throws twice and hit them both.
Turnbull to the line for Evansville. 75% free throw shooter on the season. Gets the first to earn the second. Talked about his block shot ability off the bench. He averages 1.13 blocks per game. That's 8th in the Valley coming in, and he comes in off the bench and has 2 already today.
Yeah, that's crazy when he doesn't, as you said, doesn't even start the contest.
Evansville plus 4. 42 seconds remain first half. Three on the way from the top is good. They have hit some dagger threes. Have the Hilltoppers. Bayless delivers again.
Yep. One of the great scores for the Hilltoppers. Whenever you think somebody's going to get some distance, the other squad fires right back. It's back to a 1-point game.
About a 1 second difference, maybe not even that, between the game clock and shot clock as the Aces want to take the final shot of the half. Down to 7, down to 6. Pizzato, a lot of contact. Turnbull, 1. Hafner at the horn, no, off the rim. Evansville, though, will have the lead at the locker room as we head to halftime. 33-32. What an action-packed first half.
Great offense, great defense. Well worth the price of admission, no doubt about it.
Evansville shoots 36% from the floor, 12 of 33, but 5 of 16, 31% from three-point range. The Hilltoppers, 40% from the floor, 11 of 27, 5 of 13 from three-point range for 38%. We're going to check in with our sideline reporter, Chloe Campbell, who stands by with Aces coach David Ragland.
Coach Ragland, tell us about the first half. What are you making adjustment-wise heading into the second?
Well, we knew a game of runs. First, we responded the right way. We just have to be set, get back in transition, keep them off the glass.
Yes, sir. The Hilltoppers are coming into this game averaging over 80-plus points per game. You've held them well under their average in the first. How are you going to continue that heading into the second?
We just have to be resistant, not let them get where they want. Defend without fouling, not be physical, or be physical, but disciplined in that way. Then keep them off the glass. We've done a good job keeping them off the glass. One shot, they're done. We're going the other way.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Back to you, Kyle.
All right, thanks, Chloe, very much. Good stuff there from Coach David Ragland. We are at halftime. Evansville, a narrow lead over Western Kentucky. Don't go anywhere. More to come. This is The Valley on ESPN. Today's game is brought to you by Accelerated Growth Capital. Specializing in short-term capital needs, AGC provides expedited funding for companies in need. Both teams back out warming up to start the second half of play. A very interesting first half, back and forth as we take a look at the highlights from our first half.
Everything you want. Good offense, good defense, great passing.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good distribution, taking shots inside, outside. Points in the paint have been plentiful, but good defense too.
On both teams, it is tremendous. And
good first half of play. Standing by is the head coach of Western Kentucky, Hank Bloney, joins Chloe Campbell. Chloe?
Coach Plano, what's the team's mindset heading into the second half?
I think they were able to slow down the pace a little bit and keep it a little low scoring for us. So we want to try to be ourselves, kind of speed up and get some easy baskets.
Yes, sir. The first half was very defense heavy. How are we getting that offense riled up heading to the second?
Yeah, speed, pushing the pace, making the first pass. We see attacking the paint, making good things happen.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Coach. Back to you, Kyle.
All right, thanks, Chloe, very much. Obviously, Coach concerned with the pace of play, as we kind of documented there. They're wanting to play a little bit more up-tempo, and the Evansville defense has factored into that.
Yeah, it has been a battle of tempo. If you're looking at the battle of the tempo, in the first half, Evansville won that. And I don't think Western Kentucky is used to that happening. Very impressed by their defense, but Aces are fighting right along in there with them. And I think this is going to be a real fun second half. We've only got a 1-point differential. One thing that, if you're looking at Evansville, might be worrisome. We talked about this in the pregame. You're looking at depth, Western Kentucky's got a little more of it.
That could become a big factor down the stretch. Hilltoppers looking to get going here in the second half. Their first shot will miss from McHenry, and the Aces have the rebound.
Evansville picked their chances. They went transition heavy when it was there, but weren't afraid to go half court when they had to.
Nice dish to Hafner. Didn't catch it cleanly. Otherwise, might have had a layup opportunity. Instead, he dished to Comer, who settles in and hits the shot.
Nice intermediate jump shot there. Comer just took his time and gets it to fall from about 15 feet out.
Aces by 3. They've led by as many as 5. They've trailed by as many as 7 in this game. Hilltoppers looking to move inside on the drive and pulling up and missing that time. That was Marshall, and the Aces track down the rebound with Cuff in the corner.
Aces
Cuff.
score here. I think they'd have their biggest lead of the game.
Comer can't get the 3 on the shovel pass from Cuff. And now the Toppers looking for their first points of the second half. Looking inside, a little late on the block attempt as Phi picks up where he left off. He's got 9 now.
Great passing once again, and Phi hits the open bucket. 7 points for him.
Comer now to Pizzato on the far right side. Evansville again slowing the pace down a little bit. Cuff with 10 to shoot. To Hafner, squares up and delivers on the curl for 3.
Flashed over the screen. Hafner's going to hit that all day long.
Bayless takes off in traffic, and the foul will be called against Comer.
Now you just wait. You figure at some point in time, you're going to see Western Kentucky kick that thing into high gear. This fella's been in this free throw area a lot of times.
First attempts today at the line for Bayless. He cashes in. The Toppers are 5 of 6 at the line. Make it now 6 of 7 with the make.
Bayless hadn't hit his free throws very well. But doesn't look like a 33% free throw shooter there, does he?
Didn't at all. The Yankee, Iowa native, the graduate student. This is one of the most veteran squads in all of the country for Western Kentucky this year. A lot of grad students. In fact, it's the second oldest, most experienced team in all of Division I. Hafner gets that free to Barrage. Now Pizzato in and out from 3.
Quick use of the trap by Western. Worked very well.
Here's that quick transition down court for the Hilltoppers, trying to turn it into points. 3 from the corner, no good. All Aces on the rebound.
Not a whole lot of differential in this. I think the biggest lead's been about 4 or 5 points all the way around.
Here is Pizzato out top for Evansville. Hughes misses from 3-point range. Inside, getting free, backside layup for Phi. He's got 2 more.
Use the bucket as a defender on that, or as a screener. Phi is showing why he is the leading scorer of the Hilltoppers. Already got 11.
Takes the lead in the game. Second Hilltopper to reach double figures. It's a tie game at 38. Hughes trying to back his way inside. Draws double team pressure. Gets around 1. Goes up. Fouled. And he'll go to the line for 2 free throws.
Hughes is one of the better players you see, and we're going to see this one more time in working to contact. Great footwork, using the shot fake. You figure he's got a good chance at the old-fashioned 3, but does get himself to the free throw line where he's pretty fair.
Phi makes the foul there. That's his first. Hughes at the line, over 80%. Tucked him right out of that one, though.
Yeah, it was the old announcer Hex there. They granted 81.8 coming into the contest today.
Can't break a 38-all tie for David Ragland's Purple Aces. Trying to win at home for the 4th time this season. The Aces 3-1 at home. The Hilltoppers 4-3 overall, but winless on the road at 0-2. Aces looking to trap again out top. McHenry able to get through the trap. Bayless drives into the paint, misses. Big battle underneath. Hughes able to track down the rebound, had to throw it, and it threw it right to Bayless, who scores.
That's what the Western Kentucky pressure does. Sometimes it causes you to turn it over, and even when you don't, it hurries you more than you want to be hurried.
And now Hafner to answer for the Aces. Can't get it off the backboard, off the rim, no good. Hilltopper three, bang! That's McHenry. And the Hilltoppers surge to a 4-point lead, and they take the ball away again and score two more. McHenry did it again for the Hilltoppers.
That is that's Western Kentucky basketball there.
And the Aces call timeout.
They speed you up. You can only beat it for so long, and what we just saw happen is what happens.
Hilltoppers being admonished to the sideline by the officials here. 45-39, Western Kentucky has built the lead to 6. And what a sequence
I'm going to see
for
that.
McHenry.
It's a 7-0 Western Kentucky run, 11-1 over the last 2:22. And we're going to see the run right here. Starts with McHenry. And another turnover basket. And a lot of Western Kentucky people here. And they're seeing a good game from them today.
Fans Arch Madness takes place March 6th through 9th at Enterprise Center in St. Louis. Get your all-session tickets now and save nearly $25 by calling 812-488-2623 or online at gopurpleaces.com. Support the Aces and experience the madness.
Kyle, we talked about the depth of Western Kentucky and how that could possibly hurt Evansville. Well, the bench points is a difference right now. 12-7 bench points, it's worked. And Evansville hasn't scored a bucket in the last 2 minutes and 32 seconds, and they really need one right here.
The pressure defense has been stifling for Evansville. The Hilltoppers have outscored the Aces 11-1 over the last 2 minutes and change, and this was a concern of this Aces coaching staff, the ability on the Hilltoppers to go on a run, and they have here in the opening minutes of the second half. 10 to shoot, pesky defense again. Turnbull is fouled. He was wrapped up from behind there as he went to catch the pass.
Well, the hand check, these officials today have done a pretty good job. But there's a lot of contact when we got that thing under low, and Turnbull finally got the benefit of being fouled.
Evansville now trails Western Kentucky. Hilltoppers in front by 6. Since 1907, we've been one valley, united institutions with common goals, breaking down barriers and building up communities. MVC student athletes are leaving a lasting impact in the places they call home by sharing diverse perspectives and fostering a climate of unity for future Valley pioneers. We are one valley. Second half here in Evansville, hot start for Western Kentucky.
Well, they have outscored Evansville 13-6 to start the second half. And that has turned a deficit into a 6-point Western Kentucky lead. No field goals in the last 2:56 for the Aces. They need one soon.
Here's Barrage trying to will the Aces back into better offense. Cuff. How did that pass get free? Pizzato somehow caught the pass from Cuff. Got the shot up, and he's fouled.
And we're going to see the replay and see how you can actually turn right in midair if you're Pizzato. And absolutely incredible athletic move. But Pizzato is going to have to hit his free throws. And he hits that one. I was going to say, as good as he does everything else, I know he would like to improve that free throw shooting just a little bit. It's 63% coming in.
hit the first, will have the second. Boy, he had a wild sequence at the end of the Aces opening conference game their last time out at Murray State. Stole 2 inbounds passes in the final minute, setting up the Aces for a potential game-winning shot from 3 that missed. Evansville lost by 2. But boy, this Aces team has played much better the last 3 times. Out, that's an alley-oop into the paint, and the slam thrown home by 5. Wow.
He is heading toward his average. He is just a point and a half shy and a lot of time to go.
Western Kentucky by 6. Aces with the basketball. Turnbull turns, shoots, missed it, and a rebound for the Hilltoppers. Here comes that transition offense. And that's a collision, and Turnbull called for the blocking foul as he attempted to stand his ground against McHenry. Actually, it was Cuff on the block, beg your pardon.
Hilltoppers showing exactly how dangerous they are. We're going to take a look at this replay here. You know, that's close.
Yeah.
But I don't think he was quite set.
Turnbull, another monster block just a second ago, and now Barrage turns the ball over on offense. Hilltoppers back with it. Quick touch pass, left side, Marshall, 3 on target.
You know, the pressure, Evansville handled it pretty well in the first half, but you keep pressuring over a period of time, it has its effects, and it's working big time right now.
Nothing but free throws for the Aces in the last 4 minutes plus. The Hilltoppers, their largest lead of the game, it's 9. Pizzato turns, shoots, missed it. And a rebound for WKU.
And it looks like the Aces a little bit leg weary with the Hilltoppers having more depth and another transition bucket.
A finish again by 5. First double-digit lead of the game, and it belongs to Western. Barrage now Turnbull. Aces need a basket. They will look to Pizzato to pass. Awry, taken away by Western.
No field goals.
And that's a 3. It will not drop from McHenry.
I'm going to say the last 4:45 for Evansville. Now 5:04 without a field goal.
Missed their last 5 shots from the floor. Here's Hafner looking for Cuff. Trying to will his way in. Turn, shoots, and missed. Somebody check that basket for a lid.
They're not getting any breaks on those. Everything but the finish.
Another 3. This from the top is good by 5. David Ragland and the Aces call timeout.
They're kind of going, what happened?
And for the second straight time, the Western Kentucky players being restrained by the officials back toward their bench. They don't want any confrontations there, but wow, all Western Kentucky here.
17-2 is the run over the last 3:45. 7 of the last 9 field goals. Here's 5, and boom.
It's kind of how that run started. Yeah. The big alley-oop, and then doing it from distance too.
No oops there.
No need for that as Western Kentucky on a roll. The non-conference slate continues on, but there has been one round of Missouri Valley Conference games. Drake, Bradley, Belmont, Murray State, UNI, all winners. Missouri State, Indiana State looking to play a game in conference play, and the rest of the field has not been able to pick up a win yet through one.
It's going to be a great conference season. We can tell a little bit now, but I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of great Missouri Valley Conference contests here on ESPN Plus as we continue our coverage throughout the year. You and I have been calling Valley together for a little while now.
Been a long time. Been a long time since Evansville's been able to score in this one. Been outscored 10-0 of the last 2:22. This half started with each team scoring 6 points, but the last 3:45, Evansville's been outscored 17-2. Looking for offense out of the timeout. Comer, now Hafner, a little trouble catching the pass, but no trouble with a shot.
That broke the 0 for 6 streak right there. That was needed as badly as any Evansville bucket has been needed this year.
Back to within 14. Actually make it 11 after the 3 for the Aces. Lander can't get off the shot. Homecoming of sorts for him back here in his hometown of Evansville, Indiana. That 3 misses from Colombe.
Been a game of runs. Maybe it's time for Evansville to turn the mo.
Aces would like nothing better than to go on a run. Comer looking for a second straight Aces 3. That one will not go. Pizzato secures the rebound. Cuff can't get that 3 to drop.
Nothing but black shirts there, with Phi, of course, getting it.
Catch and shoot 3, foul on Hafner. And that will put Thedford to the line for 3 free throws.
Going to see this again. Cam Hafner was arguing that he stepped into him on that shot. But the sign of a good offensive player is that they're able to kind of create contact. Tedford under 60% at the free throw line.
He'll hit the first of 3. He'll have 2 more as Hafner continues to plead his case with the officials here.
Never seen one of those overturned, though.
Nope, you don't. Second free throw is good. Western Kentucky is now 9 of 10 at the line today.
Tedford, 11 points as 3 double-figure scores for the Hilltoppers. 5 with 16, Tedford with 12, McHenry with 12.
Missed the last of the 3 free throws for Thedford. 12 points in 12 minutes of action off the bench.
That's pretty efficient.
A point a minute, not bad. That's a 40-point night, if I can do the math. Here is a drive by Pizzato. Alters his body, gets the contact and the foul.
From the NBA Academy, he keeps playing like that. He may have a ticket there, as we're going to see this one more time. Look at what he does in the air, falling away, and one-handed.
He is so good at finishing at the basket with one hand. Gets the free throw to complete the 3-point play. Evansville back to within 10.
Little run by the Aces now.
They trailed by as many as 14, and here's an opportunity for more. A steal. Pizzato will slow it up. Now fire. 3. Bang!
Putting the team on his shoulders right now.
Timeout, Western Kentucky. 7-point run by the Aces, led by the Italian, their superstar Gabriel Pizzato.
Yeah, it's a game of runs.
57-50. Aces have halved the deficit.
That's a 6-0 run that happened in 22 seconds, and they're all from the phenom from Italy.
15 points now for Pizzato, trailing only Hafner, who has 17 for the team lead. And this has been, as you said, partner, earlier, a game of runs, and Evansville is on one right now, but thanks in part to Pizzato.
Love that look he's got. That's the look of a killer. And you see what he does in the air. It's almost unconscionable. And then from downtown, from the Ford logo at the Ford Center, they don't mind. A long 3-point shot for Gabriel Pizzato. Averages 15.5 points per game. And he's there.
Back and forth we go, 57-50. Western by 7 with the basketball. Kick in the corner, open shot, fires. It is not going to go, and a foul from behind as Cuff elevates for the rebound on the McHenry miss.
Sometimes it's simple stuff. You're taught to box out at an early age, and Cuff had perfect box out area on that. And it gets the Aces a possession.
It is the 5th team foul on the Hilltoppers. Hughes to Hafner, didn't catch that pass cleanly. Now Comer has it out top. In the corner, Cuff 3, got it! The run continues for Evansville to within 4.
Hughes with that excellent court vision to see the open man and an excellent stop.
Pizzato, the steal, and fouled from behind on his way to the rack. He'll shoot 2.
Bayless saved 2 for sure. And Pizzato has just caught on fire. You look at that perfectly with the hand, and he's off to the races.
He wants the intentional foul called there.
You got a politic for it.
You know, it was intentional, but was it an intentional foul? Probably not. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Pizzato had 6 steals in his last game as he misses the free throw there, so an even better foul now for the Hilltoppers. But Pizzato, 6 steals, a career high. That was the second most in an NCAA game this season when the Aces played against Murray State.
And all of a sudden, it's back to a 4-point game.
Yeah.
Bing, that fast.
Yes. And he missed both free throws, did Pizzato, that trip. Big misses to leave the lead at 4. Could have made it a 1-possession game. A drive, a stop, and a foul on Pizzato. And that will mean free throws for Bayless.
Almost snuck that one in. Got a good chunk of ball, but got a little bit of Bayless's arm as we'll take a look at this.
Yep, I think it's a foul.
Yeah. Got a lot of arm.
Yes. Bayless hits the free throw. That ends a 9-point Evansville run.
He's hitting free throws today. He couldn't hit them coming into today. But he's hitting them today.
Loves the free throw line at the Ford Center, huh? 3 of 3 now. 1 more coming. And the Hilltopper lead grows to 6.
A 33% free throw shooter coming into the contest today.
That will help that average a lot. Aces with a basketball, trying to solve the backcourt pressure from the Hilltoppers. Hafner gets free and look to distribute, and a foul called on that exchange against WKU.
Gonna give a little bit of kudos here to the officials today. Antonio Petty, Chris Fuller, and Joe Wilbert III. This has not been an easy game to officiate, and they have done a good job.
Now it's Hafner at the line for the Aces shooting the free throws. An 80% shooter on the year. By the way, the 7th team foul on Western Kentucky, so Evansville might have a lot of free throws to come. They're in the bonus the rest of the way. And Hafner delivers on both. Back to a 4-point advantage for the Hilltoppers. Hafner 18 points now. Actually make it 19 for Hafner, and that shot, maybe a pass, into the paint for Thedford, and a foul.
Upper body strength of Julius Tedford there as he fought through the attempted hell ball. And the 58.6% free throw shooter Tedford at the free throw line. You brought it up. I think this game may come down to who hits their free throws and who gets to the line.
Tedford is about to shoot his 9th free throw attempt of the day. He is now 6 of 8. And make it 7 out of 9. Western by 6. Aces with a basketball.
Tedford's got 14, having a good day.
Pass caught by Hafner from Comer. Evansville's made their last 3 shots from the floor as Hughes looks to distribute. Finds Hafner. Tough shot. Turnaround. Won't go. And a rebound is saved off of the Aces. Heads up play by Bayless. It'll belong to WKU.
Did that while it was in the air. Quick thinking to give the Hilltoppers the possession. And a good run by Evansville. And they got it back semi-close, but it is hard to get it all the way over the hump. Had a chance to get it to a single possession game just a couple of moments ago.
Back to 6 for the Hilltoppers with the basketball. 8:25 to play in a back-and-forth game. That's a big 3 shot. It will not drop, though, from Marshall. All Evansville on the rebound. Comer now finds Pizzato. Creates some space, but can't hit the shot. The Aces missed that one. The Hilltoppers haven't hit a shot in the last 4 minutes plus of this game. They've hit some free throws in that stretch, though.
It's not been bad offense. It's been a day. It doesn't happen. Defense is just that good.
The shot won't go. The rebound, Karam's out, driving into contact. Somehow getting that shot to go was Thedford. I've said that a lot about him, I think, today. How does that happen? How does that happen? But it keeps happening for Thedford.
Yeah, this is a fun game. This is a good advertisement for NCAA basketball here this afternoon.
Western Kentucky by 8, pushing that league back out. Pizzato looking for Turnbull down low, 12 to shoot. Turns around, and he took an extra step and traveled. Timeout on the court here in Evansville. Western Kentucky built the lead to 14. Evansville cut it to 4. The Hilltoppers have pushed it back to 8. Stay with us. It's the Valley on ESPN. Well, Julius Thedford has quite the day for Western Kentucky going.
Very efficient. 16 points in 16 minutes. 4 of 7 from the field, and he's done it every way possible. And he's hit his free throws today. Pretty good game.
One of the biggest reasons why they are leading in bench points in this game, and it's not close. 18-7, and boy, you got to love to have that kind of impact player coming off the bench.
It's one of the things you talked about early in the contest and in our pregame. The depth of the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers in the bench scoring right now has been the difference in the ball game. And I think the fact that the Hilltoppers can throw more bodies out there, they can keep pressing you. And what I saw in the Western Kentucky run was tired Evansville legs. Now, I'm going to give them credit because they figured out how to get that extra oomph back in it to come back into the ball game. But I'm looking forward to this final 7-14.
Evansville led points in the paint 14-10 at halftime. Now points in the paint led by Western Kentucky 24-16. They've outscored the Aces in the paint 14-2 in the second half. Looking for more. Up under. Shot won't go for Marshall, and the Aces get the rebound and get the stop.
Good defense, good position, rebounding. Now they have to produce here on the offensive end of the court.
Pizzato to Hafner on the curl, turn, shoot. Short on the three.
Now this is where those tired legs will come in. It'll get you on your jump shot.
Comes Lander diving inside. Turnbull blocks it out of bounds.
I think Turnbull was upset that he didn't swat it the other direction, as we'll see it again. You talked about Turnbull's coming off the bench and being one of the conference leading shot blockers. That's Bill Russell blocking right there.
1.13 blocks per game. 8th in the Valley coming in for Turnbull. Got one there. That shot will not drop from long range. And now the Aces slowing things down, wanting to get a good look this trip down the court, trailing by 8. Comer gets contact, and he'll go to the line.
But with
for the one
under
bonus.
6 minutes left in the ball game, these possessions are now platinum for the University of Evansville, and they have to hit their free throws.
Comer goes to the line, 63% free throw shooter, has to hit the first to get the second, and he won't. And Western Kentucky with a basketball. Inside take, Lander. Turnbull blocked it again out of bounds.
It takes talent to do that. I think he may have hurt himself
he
a
took
little bit there.
May have taken a knee to the gut right there, too. And the official's going to check on him, but watch this again.
Yeah. Looks like he could have got the air almost knocked out of him there.
Another block shot for this Aces team, and another three for Western Kentucky. The hometown kid, Christian Lander, delivers that three from long range.
That's his first field goal of the ball game. I bet you that feels good for the hometown lad, so to speak.
Here is Comer, got the pass and blew the layup from Hughes. Wow.
They're missing shots that they don't miss. That pressure really adds up over the period of a ball game.
Lander feeling it this time, missed it short. Comer gets the rebound for Evansville. They're down 11. Second time in this game they've trailed by double digits, and it comes with 5 minutes to go. Hughes, pass kicked. And the Aces will get it on the reset.
I think this Hilltopper team's going to win a lot of ball games this year.
Connor Turnbull has 5 block shots today. We know that, what was it, 6? Is an important number. That was the steals by Pizzano. That's a big number of block shots for one game.
You don't
5.
see 5 too very often.
Hafner misses the 3. Turnbull can't fly to the rebound. Western Kentucky gets the basketball.
But he's very scientific about the way he does it. And it's always a foot or so away from getting player contact.
Evansville hasn't scored for over 4.5 minutes. They've missed their last 5 shots. Western Kentucky has now a 10-point run after that 3 drops by 5. And now Western Kentucky has tied their largest lead of 14.
Evansville's missed their last 5 field goals.
Pizzano! Pizzang!
That is kind of a high probability shot there, Kyle.
The one-handed flush slam might try to motivate his team back into this game, but really this Evansville team just looks a little tired out there.
Well, there's a reason for that.
For sure.
The Hilltoppers have pressured them from the get-go today and have been very, very physical.
Here is Lander, elevates, missed it, gets his own rebound, and scores. Second chance basket for Lander.
Christian Lander's starting to get in his rhythm. And in high school, I saw him do it, and when he did that, other teams in trouble.
Backside layup good for Tayshawn Comer to answer for the Aces, but they got to get some stops here in a hurry.
Almost getting into Smokey and the Bandit territory. Long way to go in a short time to get there. Need a defensive stop here.
Here's a take inside and a finish for McHenry. He's got 2 more. He's up to 14.
Explosive move to the bucket.
Comer dishes Pizzano. A little indecision. Now we'll take the 3 and missed it. Rebound controlled by Western.
Well, Pizzano's human. He's had himself an incredible ball game. I was waiting for your signature Pizzano call after that.
Looking for another bang. That time it didn't come. Western Kentucky shot the ball pretty well on the road, 44%. There's another Evansville takeaway. Hafner on the charge, looks to distribute. It goes off the backboard, and count the basket for Pizzano on the goaltend. Timeout on the court. It comes with 2:26 remaining in the game. Another big run late in this one has put Western Kentucky up by 12. 2:26 remains in this one. Western Kentucky kind of putting that depth to their advantage here in the second half. Walt Ferber, as I look at their time and minutes spent on the court, only McHenry is at 30 minutes or more of action in the game today. He sits at 35. Meanwhile, for the Aces, Pizzato and Hafner have been on the court 38 minutes and Hughes for 30. So fatigue may be a factor as this one gets later.
Another thing is free throws.
Yep.
We talked about Western Kentucky hitting their free throws. They're 13 of 15. 87% from the free throw line. That will win you some ball games.
Western Kentucky on a break after the timeout. That attempted pass was deflected by Evansville. And now that one knocked out of bounds by the Hilltoppers.
Can't believe these two teams haven't played since 2009. That kind of blows my mind.
This has been fun, huh? Here's Comer, step back three. Missed it. Rebound. Hilltoppers tie up, but a foul.
Did high school sports for a long time. High school athletic directors call this a money game.
Yeah.
You got two teams of fairly close proximity that puts a lot of people in the stands.
Toppers go over the top of the Evansville backcourt defense. They just want to milk this clock and come away with their first road win of the year. They lead by 12 with just under 2 minutes left. A fake of a pass, a drive, a whistle, and a foul that will result in more Hilltopper free throws.
You know, they've spaced the floor pretty well for a team that likes to play at a fast pace. They're going to get themselves to the free throw line, and once again, 87% for them, 13 of 15 for the ball game. Evansville not bad at 10 of 14, 71%.
McHenry shoots it at 81%, makes his first of the day, and Hank Blown, the head coach in his first year in Western Kentucky. He's got this team up and down the floor. There's a rare miss at the line for his squad, and they have found their possession time in the second half.
He's been a winner, though, wherever he's been at.
Bad pass intended for Pizzato, broken up by Western Kentucky. They get the basketball back and a chance to work more clock.
You know, this final score is not going to be indigenous to how close this game has been.
Evansville trailed by 14 earlier, grabbed the lead, led by as many as 5 in this game. Here's a Tisch inside, missing the finish in point-blank range was Phi, and the Aces come away with it. Evansville had the lead at halftime. Western Kentucky went on a big run early in the second half and have led ever since, as there is Comer kind of helter-skelter down the lane, out of control, but was fouled, and he will go to the free throw line.
We're going to check this out again one more time.
And he was out of control because he was fouled. That's why. He'll go to the line for 2.
Comer's 62.5%, 63% basically at the line.
Missed the front end of a 1-and-1 earlier. Hits the first one here. Cuts the lead of Western Kentucky to 13 with 56 seconds to go. That one also good.
You ever got to do a game at Diddle Arena in all the years you've done this? It is a marvelous facility.
Got to get there one of these days, huh? Next up, back home for Western Kentucky. They'll be there on the 10th to take on Tennessee State. For the Purple Aces, look out here. Ball out of bounds. They say it will belong to Western Kentucky, but hold the phone. The Aces will be home on the 12th against Chattanooga, and the officials will go to the monitor to review the out-of-bounds play.
Yeah, let's take a look at this. It's actually coming right at you and I, where you see the ball coming. You want to know where we're at? I had my hands up there. That's what you're supposed to do defensively.
Yeah, look out. My only issue on the play was, did the ball come down and hit Cam Hafner's shoulder before it went out of bounds? If it did, obviously it's Western Kentucky ball. If it didn't, to me, I thought
it's
Western Kentucky
ball.
hit it out.
Yeah.
That's what the officials will take a look at. 42.5 seconds to go in the game.
All right, now I should know. We're going to get a frame by frame of this. Our guys are the very best. Let's see if it does.
That, I think, is Western Kentucky. Keep going, though. It never hits Hafner. So.
Wait a minute. If we can go back, I think it may have popped off his right hand.
All right.
Let's see if we see this and look for the right hand. Right. I don't think so.
No, I don't either.
I'll talk myself out of that one.
As with everything replay, the question is there enough evidence to overturn the call, which was out of bounds to Western Kentucky?
It looks like, to me, it's off of Christian Lander right there.
I kind of thought so, too. The officials now have taken a look at it, and it will be upheld. Western Kentucky basketball.
Yeah, then they say it did go off Hafner. I'll give these guys the benefit of the doubt. They've done a good job.
Inside take. That could be the exclamation point. The basket will drop for Marshall and an and one free throw.
A little icing on the cake there is Marshall with 8 points on the afternoon on 3 of 10 shooting. He has not been to the charity line yet.
Again, the Hilltoppers brought a lot of people here today for the short trip up to Evansville. Their fans happy.
A good day trip for Hilltopper fans.
They have gone 15 of 18 from the free throw line today. Part of the reason they're lined up for a win. Here's Comer, a drive, a dish, cuff, 3, short. Rebound tipped by Pizzato, and now tipped by Turnbull to get it to go.
Pizzato kept that going in the air with one hand, and Turnbull closes it out.
Topper's still running down trying to score as McHenry does that. A chance to run out the clock, but they put 2 more on the board. Hafner tries the 3. It was deflected, and that will be the game. As Western Kentucky comes on the road, picks up their first road win of the season. They do it from coming from behind. They knock off Evansville by the final of 79-65 in what really was a back-and-forth game.
That was a great game. Balance again by Western Kentucky. 19 points. McHenry, 17 points. 16 for Tedford and 11 for Bayless. Back and forth with 2 great teams, but a good win for the Hilltoppers today. Their first road win of the year.
Pizzato and Hafner lead the Aces in the loss. 19 points apiece for them. That's going to do it for us today. Thanks for watching. For Walt Ferber, I'm Kyle Peach. We say so long from Evansville. Western Kentucky beats the Aces 79-65. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. So long from Evansville. This has been a presentation of ESPN.